Okay, are we on? We're on.
We're on. How do you like my hair?
I love your hair. I love you. Hi, everybody. I'm here with my light worker brother. I was gonna call you goddess. my lion god brother from my higher spirit realm. I love you. I don't know how else to introduce you. You're like new age of Jesus Christ. I feel like you're carrying such a high vibration with you wherever you go. You know, you're just like this beam of light. And I wanted to bring you on and introduce you to my friends and followers and share a little bit about Mark the Truth. And
Yay.
I want them to know who you are. I'm just gonna show off with you. So introduce yourself. So good to see you.
Well, I love it. I love the way you introduced me. You put lion in. So lion was in it. People called me Jesus before. It's also not new. And new
Nobody
embodiment.
called
Like
you goddess.
that's true. So goddess is the new one. And I take that too because I love the goddesses. I honor them. It's all about the feminine. It's all about the feminine energy.
Yeah,
That's
because
for
I
sure.
usually talk to the goddesses, you know, on my
Oh yeah.
yes, I'm surrounded by goddesses, you know. But I know you for a while now, almost 2 years, and I've been watching your journey in America. You're
Hmm.
from Austria?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm from Austria, born and raised there.
Yes. So you're holding these retreats, you're holding these circles, you're doing breath work, you're doing ceremonies, you're playing music, you're serving hape, you're helping people basically heal. So I want to know, how did you start doing this? Like all
Mm.
of a sudden you woke up and you're like, hey, I'm going to do this as a job. What happened?
Well, um, it was an interesting was an interesting time in my life when that happened. I was my the first time. No, actually the second time I was in the U.S. when that happened. I heard about a space called Sedona, like very quick, like that happened when I came in America. So I even felt like it was a portal already, just coming from Europe to America. And because growing up there, it's more like, okay, you hear about liberty, like the liberty statue, or like it can represent freedom, right? But then I realized I come here and that you're not actually very free anyway. So like the concept of what it means, be in liberation or free, I thought that, there could be more possibilities in America. That's why my first intention was why I came here. And then my friend Bernie Dorman,
Mhm.
who is the founder of CEO Space, it's a business spiritual organization. He passed away through COVID, however. And he told me to come here. And but when I realized to that I'm on a different journey is when I was in Sedona and I did a 2 weeks dieta, like ayahuasca diet, like really nailed down and preparing, right? Really preparing for a ceremony, which is a big part of the whole thing. And when I had that preparation, I was in Sedona in that beautiful vortex. I did a specific amount of sacred medicine of mushrooms and very like indigenous, lead. And for me, that was a very quick reminder and very strong, very strong. I saw the vision of seeing. Yeah, I think I never really shared that story really that deep with you. I saw in Sedona there's like this chocolate tree, and there was like this beautiful tree in the middle, and there were like 12 seeds around that tree. So I had the vision of the tree of life is in the middle of the center. There are 12 people surrounding that tree, like the apostles, but not really, but like more like the reincarnation of people who are embodying apostles. I think that's the best way to put it. Who are embodying apostles as prophets, which there are so many out there right now. And but but that's what I saw. I saw the number 12, and I saw very powerful individuals, right? Like Will Smith or Leonardo DiCaprio or like Angelina Jolie. It was just about personalities that everybody knows and can relate to, that represents the divine masculine, the
What's a
divine
metaphor?
feminine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, as a story, as an interpretation, and me as a representative of the number 13, right?
It's my lucky
And
number.
yeah, because it represents the Metatron, right? It represents
Yes.
thought, all the ascended masters, Saint Germain, Jesus. It was the number 13 that represents the full cycle, right? So, and then I realized there are more people who are like, related to the number 13, or like to the Metatron's cube, which represents the truth for me in sacred geometry, right? In sacred geometry, the Metatron's cube is what for me is considered as the truth, right? The
And
Vitruvian.
did you know in a year we have 13 full moon and 13 new moon?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well,
It's a completion of the year, actually.
oh wow.
Yeah, now something something new for you.
Yeah, thank you. I love new data.
Mm-hmm.
It's super fun. So yeah, and when that happened, then I was like, okay, I opened up. I really understood more of what's going on. It wasn't in a knowing. It was not just like, oh, I think I know. No, I experienced oneness, so I know now. So it's like, but sometimes we forget even the knowing part, right? Very quick. And that's the glitch in the matrix, the freaking forgetting part, which is fine. But
Well, we are here to remember. That's
correct.
why we come for this human being and human doing, just to remember, because I feel every soul has a lesson.
Right.
To
Totally.
like, we have to graduate to the next grade. So in order for that, we have to learn and we have to remember. We have to remember. That's why we come here. I mean, yeah. Once we know, once we remember everything, we go.
Exactly. It's paradox, and like sometimes it doesn't make sense at all, this experience. But what makes sense is to get activated and upgraded into a new level of joy and love, right? To embody joy and love and bliss into the most expansive way ever, so that it just replicates to all the people on this planet. And that's what I realized. My mission is to remind brothers and sisters, especially the 1% of the 1%, because I consider those souls as young souls who are just forgotten, and we're choosing a different path, which is totally fine, because the story needed to be played out. Right? Some people are playing those characters in a movie, some people are playing that, but now it's time where all the characters are coming together, facing each other, and understanding that it's time for a new story that works for everyone.
Do you feel lately, I mean, this is my own opinion, but I feel I see more retreats, I see more breath work, I see more body movement. People are more into physical health and how they eat. They're like on any Instagram feed now, you see like how people take care of their sleep, or people now go into therapies instead of just diving into the Western medicine, because everything happens physically. It's just a presentation of what's not working spiritually.
Right.
Because we're just a manifestation of whatever is in the spiritual realm just coming through. So, whatever insight is coming out. But I realized lately, especially maybe ever since COVID started, more people were stuck in their home, and actually they had time to look within.
Right.
Does it make sense?
Right.
We couldn't go out, we couldn't drink, we couldn't just have stupid parties or clutter the mind. So we did not have time to really look into what was bothering us. So I think that brought everything to the surface. And I feel the world, entire universe, actually the earth, I'm not talking about the other dimensions. I feel we definitely ascended to a higher consciousness. And now whoever is not ready are shedding off. They're going more into the darkness, but I feel a lot of people now go into the light. Do you feel that way too?
Totally. I love the way you put that. But yeah, I see that. But what I also see is that it's like when we talk about awakening, even if you know the truth, it doesn't mean that you feel good. So it's like knowing the truth is one thing, but to embody those experiences or to embody um, other other ways of doing it, that's I think the mastery where we are on right now, because I do see people choosing differently since COVID, obviously, right? Like totally, I was attracting, like I came here right before COVID, and I was part of that awakening process that happened through me, that awoke us to the truth, but it didn't awoke us into harmony yet. So now it's the time where we, with all the knowledge and wisdom that we, got through this crown healing awakening, COVID, alias COVID-19, right? What we got through that is now the potential of realizing of who we are deeply and truly. And I'm very grateful for that, because it's all part of the story, COVID as well. And it's an opportunity for everyone to focus on their immune system and to become stronger in themselves. And there are plenty of us who subconsciously already signed up to leave this place because they are not dealing with that. They don't want to deal with it, which I fully understand, because there are moments that are so hard, like super hard. Like I had so many hard, dark moments that I had to experience, even in ceremonies, through going through dark stuff. I'm like, why? I didn't even know I had a trauma like that. So that's why I felt so often I was healing just collective trauma, because I couldn't really much relate it. There's always synchronicities and you could relate it in some way, but not in that big scale.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel universe only gives you what you can handle. And sometimes
wow, that's
I'm a
beautiful.
very strong person, um, not just physically, but also spiritually. I'm very well grounded. I know what
Right,
I'm capable of, but there are moments where I feel, dude, I need help. Like who I go to. I have really you in my life. I have a couple other friends, but um, healer needs a healer too. But on the other side, I know why I'm giving all these dark moments, quote unquote, because nothing is really dark. So
right.
I can serve, it just, I feel to God or universe or whatever you call, whatever everyone has a name for it, that higher um, vibration or I don't know. So I feel like it's training me to become a better light worker, so I can just be the bridge, because that's my mission. I'm just the bridge. If you find my page and if you met me or if you read my book and you were looking for a sign, you just got the sign. You know what I mean? So that's why I like talking people like you and bringing more awareness that we are out here and we are available to be the bridge, wherever
Right.
I want to go. And I want to talk about this Golden Age Caravan Awaken in Harmony Sacred Ceremony, September 21 to 25th. What are you doing there? What is this?
So because of the journey that I'm on and everything that I experienced, for me it was very clear in each of my ceremonial work that the fastest way to get to world harmony, like even world peace, like we all have been just talking about world peace and like, okay, but like world harmony is, of course, when we find the harmony within ourselves, we embody and we ripple it out. But the fastest way, and I believe that was also part of Steve Jobs actually vision and other people who had like, that's why he invented the phone, because it was never like how it is right now in the whole history. where we can transmit data so instantly through video, through content creation. And the fastest way to world harmony is creating a safe container for 3-4 days